Hey there, friends and foes. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pica. You can call me Johnny. Avengers comic books, Star Wars movies, and Saturday morning cartoons made me who I am today. And this is a pop culture podcast that celebrates all of those things, celebrating the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while surviving adulthood today. And on this week's episode of Back Issue Breakfast Club, we are reviewing Little Guardians from Scout Comics, and we're going to do that right after this from the Murdering Crows.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean. Elvis Presley, yeah, he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
That theme song is performed by the Murdering Crows. You can get their record, Four Bad Crows, at Amazon, Google, iTunes, anywhere you get music. Well, we are here to talk about Little Guardians, the trade paperback graphic novel from Scout Comics. Now, before we get into this, you might be wondering, Johnny, what does comics and graphic novels back issues have to do with breakfast cereal in the back of the cereal box? Well, when I was a kid, Saturday mornings meant big bowls of cereal, sitting down to watch cartoons, Godzilla movies, Kung Fu movies, NWA pro wrestling, and around 12 o'clock, my mom would kick us out of the house and we would ride our bikes down to the Lawson's convenience store and pick up comic books. So for me, a huge part of the Saturday experience is comics. And a lot of times, comics would be printed on the back of the cereal box. Sometimes they would put comics inside or posters of Marvel or DC superheroes. So comic book characters and breakfast cereal have been connected together for a long time, not even taking into account the Saturday morning cartoons like Super Friends, Spider-Man, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the X-Men, all of the comic book properties that ended up on Saturday morning TV. So, comics are a big part of my Saturday experience, and on this show, I introduce you to a title maybe that you have forgotten about or maybe never heard of. And in this case, I'm going to dare say you've never heard of Little Guardians. This is published by Scout Comics, and it is written by Ed Cho with artwork by Lee Cherolis. And this copy, I just happened to get signed by the artist. And it came with a nifty bookmark that I think fell out. But anyway, writer Ed Cho, artist Lee Cherolis. This is by Scout Comics. This is their all ages line. And I spoke too soon. Look here. In the back. Is the bookmark. Comes with a handy dandy Little Guardians bookmark. Now, I'm going to tell you that the title of this book is a little bit deceptive. Because you think from the cover and from the style of the artwork that it is going to be primarily about the children. And while that is a part of the story really has to do with the defender of the village. They call them the Guardians. And in this case, the guardian of this village, he rides a ghostly stallion. He's got a javelin spear, and he protects the village against monsters and demons. It is a birthright that is passed down from father to son. And in this story, the guardian has a child. And his wife dies in childbirth. Now, the tradition is to pass down from father to son. Things do not go according to plan. And I'm not going to spoil it here, but there is a case of baby switching. And it plays heavily into the story. As Sabira is just working in a retail store. They call it the item store. And she thinks she's just lowly, ordinary, nothing special about her, until a ghost panther, a spirit panther, shows up. And it is revealed that she is a guardian. Do you get where I'm going here? And this is all about these two children switched at birth coming to terms with their respective roles. The son of the guardian can't figure out why his powers just aren't working very well. They keep malfunctioning. And Sabira, well, she can't help but be a powerful guardian. Here's one of the frames of one of the demons. The artwork in this is really crisp. It's really clean. It's very animated style. The story is so good. It is such a great coming of age story and coming to terms with our heritage, our legacy, our familial roles. But it ends on a cliffhanger. And you're going to have to read the next volume to see what happens next. And the next book is on the way, Bandits and Betrayers. This is a great all ages book. This is a fun read. It's a quick read. It's perfect for dads like me to read and enjoy the father-son dynamic, the father-child dynamic from my perspective. And it's also a great story to read with your children. There's nothing objectionable in this. There is nothing that is going to be too scary. And it's going to be a great conversation starter about the roles in our lives and the connections that we have to family and legacy. I want to commend Scout Comics for creating this book. I really, really enjoyed it. Is it going to, change the face of comics as we know it? No. Is it going to be a fun read? Yes. You are absolutely going to enjoy and appreciate Little Guardians. I know I did. And you can pick it up from our sponsor, TFAW, Things from Another World. Link is in the show notes. Tell them Johnny and Back of the Cereal Box sent you. And if you like these shows, if you like our reviews, consider becoming a contributor, a supporter at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. $2, $5, $10. That's a bowl, 2, 3, 4 of cereal. Buy us a whole box of cereal. Support the show financially so that we can do more great content and go to more live events, do side trips like our trip to Entertainment Junction. And if you hate our shows, donate even more generously so that we can improve them just for you. And until the next time, tell 200-300 of your closest friends and family to come share the fun. And until then, love you, mean it. will catch you on the back of the cereal box.